Hello everybody and welcome back to the Abandoned Farm Challenge, or the multiplayer challenge with a twist, and we are now on episode number 9. So as always, we've skipped forward a month. We are now in March, and there's a few things I want to do today, and I'll tell you what, just from standing here, that looks like it's ready to harvest, which is pretty cool. Good timing really, because we've got £926 to our name, which is not a very good way to start the episode. I know that the last time I checked anyway, Snowy had like 20 grand. So yeah, I feel like we're a bit behind there, but I'm going to start by checking in on all of these guys actually, because I want to know off the back of the last episode how much difference it made. Oh, that answers my question already. Yeah, it makes a lot of difference. So 100% you need to get older sheep, because in fact that's 1,000. What's that there? 250-ish. It's kind of, yeah, it's almost tripled the amount of wool they produced overnight compared to what we had before, and that was just by buying 20 more adult sheep. Amazing. That is a really good little test I did there for myself actually, because all this time I've been playing it, I didn't actually know, but there you go. That says to me, by the way, one of the priorities for this episode is to finally place our little granny summer house somewhere. not that we've got much land left that we can use, probably over behind that shed. But yeah, we need to place that somewhere and start getting the wool transferred and get our knitting needles out and start turning it into some clothing. Don't know what the best time of the year is to sell clothing actually, I'm not too sure, but this is ready to go. What do we got? 80% yield bonus. Yeah, it's kind of annoying really, because we pretty much did everything we needed to do, didn't we? Other than rolling, but yeah, I thought it would have been a little bit better than 80% yield bonus, but that's still pretty good. Now, while I'm here and I'm talking to myself, where the heck did I leave the harvester? Oh, skip it. Oh, I left it at the shop. Right, okay. Well, I get to start an episode. Conveniently, train passes by again. Happens every time, that. Happens every time. Right, start the episode with a nice long drive. But it'll probably give me a good chance to do a bit of an intro, I guess, actually. So, I do hope everyone's well. I hope you are still enjoying this series. It's probably going to be cut quite short, you know. This is the kind of thing I think I can do for a long time. But, of course, FS25. I mean, how close are we now? A few weeks? I'm recording this at, well, I don't know, 12:30 on Saturday morning, I guess you could say. Yeah. It is quite late for me, which may be why you might notice actually, but I'm being a little bit more dulcet with my tones. I'm trying not to wake everybody up, but if I don't get this recording done tonight, I've got to work tomorrow, or I've got to work Saturday, in fact today, and I've also got to work Sunday for me to get this out on Sunday evening, which is kind of a routine that myself and Snowy try to keep. Yeah, I just have to do it. So I'll when it comes to editing, if I sound a bit quiet at my end, I'll just tweak the volume up a little bit, so hopefully you don't really notice too much of a difference. But actually 15 miles per hour is a slow speed, but oh dear. I was going to say, at least I'm not kind of slowing down, stopping and starting. And then as I said that, I've realised the fuel gauge is flashing, and I've just pulled away from the fuel station, and I'm pretty sure someone said to me in the comments I needed to get fuel. Wow, it'll be okay. It will be okay, because we have of course got that fuel tank mod, which I have placed, and I haven't actually used it yet. Whether or not I could buy, I've got £926. Is that enough to buy some fuel? Just a little bit. I just need a little bit. I might have to do that in a minute. I mean, I might even, if I'm lucky, get half the field harvest done maybe before. I don't know. I'll see how much it charges for fuel. That would be a good start to an episode, wouldn't it? Turn on the harvester, start harvesting the field, run out of fuel. Yeah, That's my kind of episode, really. That's my kind of episode. Now, we are nearly there, so there's absolutely pointless me cutting this section. I'll tell you what I will do, actually. I'll set cruise control on. Let's do a bit of snooping. So I want to have a look and see, because I think I recorded my episode before Snowy did his episode, because he was a day or two late. He's only got £516 now. He's been spending, hasn't he? He's been spending his money. I don't know what he spent it on, actually, because he already had those good trailers, he had some good equipment, and still had 20 grand. So maybe he's done what I've done. Maybe he's bought a load of sheep or something. I'm not too sure. I've got a sneaky suspicion that he's got chickens. And when I say I've got a sneaky suspicion, I know he got chickens, because we obviously tag each other in the videos. So I've seen his thumbnail. And I haven't seen the video, but I've seen the thumbnail. And it does quite clearly state that he bought chickens. Good start. Drive the header straight into the whatever that tractor is. I forget the brand. Right, this is bad manoeuvring. Right, let's just have a look here. Obviously, I turn the interactive zone markers off, which sometimes isn't helpful. There we go. Right. So what did I say I got? 960 something. Okay. 500 litres is all I can afford. I can't do any more. How far is that going to go? And where does the harvester need to be to fill up? There. Are you kidding me? Can you see? Is that actually... No, it's still got 400... What? Why does it stop filling? Let's go back a bit more. There we go. I was going to say, how big is the fuel tank on this harvester? Oh, no, right, it filled it easy. Did it use it? What? It's still 350, not... Okay. Well, fuel goes a long way. That's one benefit, I guess. But will this crop go a long way? And actually, the more... the merrier, as they say, the better option. But we've only still got that basic trailer, so potentially this could still be a few journeys to the train silo. I think this month as well, we've just caught it just right, I believe. In fact, let's have a little look. I believe this might be a good month to sell it. Oh, actually, so it changes a lot, doesn't it? So it's actually showing now March is the best time to sell it. It wasn't showing that last time I checked. So if I sell it, sell it at the train, which I will do, you know, we'll deliver it to Elm Creek. 5,928 per thousand. That's a lot. All we need to get is 1,000 litres, and we've organised our granny somewhere to stay. There's even some spare money in there to buy us some brand new shiny little noodles. This would be pretty good, wouldn't it? So, yeah, I need to get 1,000. I mean, we're on nearly 250 litres, and I'm only halfway around the first headland. Which, of course, the headland is the kind of largest one-way harvest section to do. Goes downhill from then, doesn't it? But that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, if we make 500 litres just from the headland, pretty good. I'm kind of happy with this. Yeah, and we are going to make 500 litres, just about. Ideal. Right, wow. I mean, it's strange to stick it into a time lapse so early on, isn't it? Can I think about anything else to talk about? Let's see. Hopefully now, by the time you've seen this episode again, this should be Sunday evening. Of course, you wouldn't have... I've only just finished recording the roleplay story mode episode, which was episode number 29. That is, I will say, the second to last episode of chapter 3. So it's still going to continue. It's not ending. It's just kind of just like a good TV series, you know, something like, I don't know, Game of Thrones. They always have that big break in the meantime, don't they, in between their series. I obviously don't want to do that, but it just kind of takes that ever so slight weight off of my shoulders of the kind of a little bit of extra effort you have to put into doing the roleplay stories, and gives myself a little bit of time to recuperate and also wait for some good mods, some good maps mainly on FS25 where it will continue. But that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you anymore. Episode 29 you would have seen yesterday, hopefully, if you've had the time to watch it, and you know, if you're interested in that kind of thing. I know roleplay and story modes isn't for everyone, but yeah, that is the second to last episode. The final episode, as long as everything goes well, will actually be the Halloween special. So you've only got to wait 3 more days for it. I think Halloween's on Wednesday. Yeah, and it's going to be a bit of a cliffhanger, obviously. I can't end an episode, especially a series finale, without some form of cliffhanger. Yeah, and it's going to be a pretty good one. At least I think so, anyway. I mean, you'll be the judge of that more than me, I'm sure. Anyway, right, this is going alright, you know. So we've got 1,302 litres. And I don't know. I mean, again, because the headland is really the majority of the field, we've probably done just over half of the field, maybe. Yeah, so that's good. I mean, it's certainly promising for over 2,000 litres of soybean, which is, at the prices they're paying, that's like £11,000–12,000 we're going to end up with. Wow, that is amazing. I haven't checked the used shop, so we'll have a little peek in there, but to be honest, I'm kind of happy with what we got. I don't think there's any urgent need to be upgrading or changing any equipment. One thing I might consider doing now, if we have a bit of extra spare cash, is place that workshop mod, just so I don't have to keep driving all the way to the shop quite so much. And yeah, maybe we just maintain some of our equipment. Last episode I didn't want to spend £1,000 on servicing the Deutz. Maybe we'll have the money spare to do stuff like that after we've done this, but isn't it such a shame that that field there, oh dear, this is what happens when you don't pay attention. Isn't it such a shame? Oh no. Oh, what a silly mistake. Isn't it such a shame I don't pay attention? That's what I should be saying. Yeah, that field there, imagine if that was ready to go. That would be pretty good. Right, we'll leave the engine running, but I'll turn the header off, save a bit of fuel. Yeah, I mean that's double this easily. So whatever we make on this field, we're going to double. We probably need to consider getting that trailer, really, the one that Snowy bought. Right. Okay. As always, I'm fully prepared for it, and I absolutely have not got a trailer full of lime. So let's just ditch this somewhere. Oh, go straight through the bushes. This trailer is tricky to reverse, by the way. I know I'm making it look pretty awful, and I do quite often say I prefer this view. Let's do that. Yeah, it is quite challenging to reverse though. Right, unload this. Dump it all on the ground. Oh, everything is just slow, isn't it, on this playthrough? Come on. Right, here we go. So, what can we do? We can get 2 harvester loads, can't we, pretty much, into this trailer. Actually, that might work out just about perfect. So again, we'll get away with using this trailer for just that little bit longer. Shut that off there again, save some fuel. What was this looking like for fuel? Not great, is it? I'm sure I filled that up recently as well. Yeah, fuel goes a long way in terms of how much that tank's used, but it doesn't go a very long way in terms of how long it lasts. Now, obviously I pressed the wrong buttons. Let's try again. This time I'll try and pay attention. Not run over half of my profit. Oh dear. I tell you what, everything's coming back to me. It's been a while since I've done this. It's been kind of a week really since I played this. this particular type of series or save game, but it has dawned on me that those chickens have probably produced quite a few eggs as well now, you know. I reckon they have. Yeah. Right, let's keep going. This I might now chuck into a time lapse because, again, it's late in the evening. I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to wake up anyone in my house. But also I'm running out of things to be talking about. So I will catch you in a moment. That was pretty good, and I almost, just purely by chance, made this the exact right width. In fact, I think I did. I said almost because normally when I say something, it doesn't work. Cool. I'm surprised at how efficiently I did that, you know. Yeah, amazing. Right, let's get the old auger pipe out. So this, I'm pretty certain, will all fit into the trailer, which is great. It means it's one trailer load down to the train, hopefully. Is it? Yep. And I'm actually just going to leave that there. That's fine. Yep, because I would imagine in the next episode this will be ready. Yeah, and in the next episode as well, hopefully myself and Snowy will find a little bit of time to get on at the same time, and at the very least do some orb hunting. So yeah, I had a few comments to agree with the kind of idea. So I think an orb actually gives you £50,000. That is a lot of money. And initially when I was kind of thinking this idea up in my head, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want the collectibles to be part of it. But because, a bit like I mentioned already, this is kind of cut short, this series, because of FS25. I think actually the 50 grand boost, similar decision to what we did with the loan, I think that just kind of, it makes sense, just to give us our last hurrah. And I'm not gonna lie, what I really want to do, if I set this to cruise control in a relatively straight line, what I really want to do is get either that one or that one pretty soon. So you're looking at, I think one's 55, the other one's 63, because I'll cut it, get a heck of a lot of grass out of it, maybe turn that into silage, and if we can get all of that done before we kind of run out of time and FS25 takes over the whole world, then I think that will give me a big boost. Yeah, like I said probably in the last few episodes actually, I feel like Snowy is leading the way, so I need to try and be extra smart to make sure that I am in with a chance of winning. And I was kind of thinking, you know, endgame, we haven't played this series for long enough to say, oh, I made the most amount of money so I won. So what I'm kind of thinking is we will probably be doing something like this again in FS25 once we've got the right kind of mods. I'm thinking whatever amount of money we end up with is the amount of money that we can loan. Does that make sense? So our loan limit will be whatever we make from this very short and sweet series. I think that's a cool little touch. Again, there'll be kind of stipulations on it. You won't be able to take out a loan for the first few episodes, set amount of episodes or something like that. But yeah, if I make 90 grand and Snowy makes 100 grand, he's then able to take out £10,000 more than I can as a loan. Yeah, I think that's a good little touch. And then, to be honest, it's just a fun series, isn't it? It's friendly competition is what I like to call it. So that gives it a friendly outcome as well. Unless he absolutely hammers me. If he finishes like, oh dear, if he finishes like 50 grand more than me or something, then I'll probably never speak to him again. I'm only joking. Right, anyway, The good news is, again, coincidentally, every time you come to the shop, the train goes past. I'm sure it's set to do that. Oh, hang on a minute. It just gave me an unloading point and then it vanished. There we go. So yeah, because it did go past, I'm kind of quite confident I'm alright for time, maybe. I hope so. So we'll get this unloaded now. Do you know, I didn't even look to see how much there was. But I'm guessing about 2,500 litres, roughly. So on that basis, I believe, I will just sanity check it whilst before I call the train, let's pull the tractor out of the way and shut the engine off to save some fuel. Right, here somewhere. Let's open up my menu. Rent train. Lovely. Yeah, I believe. I mean, look at this here. We've got to kind of guesstimate. This section here fits into this section here. This field here, I would say, is maybe at a push 2.5 times the size of what we've just done. So, yeah. If we just got 2,500 litres, we're going to get 6, maybe 7,000 litres out of that bigger field. That's a lot, isn't it? The only downside is the price would have gone down by them because it is very much expected to drop. Look, huge drop. See the maximum price there, look. So its best price should be £4,325. Now, when you go into the basic storage base sell point, it's 4,717. It's just so much more. So much more. This is why I've commented before that the pricing on this map does seem very, very high. I mean, let's just look at eggs, for example. 8,376. I bet when it comes to November, which it says is the best price, I bet it's much closer to like 9.5, 10 grand. I'm just kind of, again, I'm guesstimating, but I reckon it will be. Right. How far away is this train? Why did I just turn the help menu off? I didn't mean to do that. 2 kilometers away. It's because we just missed it, isn't it? But yeah, we need to sell this now. This is going to give us a massive boost. Massive boost. 6 grand. 12. So we could end up with like 14 grand out of this. Yeah. It's definitely going to get our granny some nice new shiny knitting needles. When it eventually turns up. When it eventually turns up. What does it say now? 1.3 kilometers. Right, come on. Just be patient. Just taking a little sit down because my feet are out in and I can see the train just arriving now. So, oh, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this. I'll keep the time at ×1, by the way, because I do not believe Snowy's been on to do his version of episode 9 yet. So, I'm not going to speed the day up too fast. Right, this is good. So, let's get the cover opened on, for some reason, it's set to one of the further back. There we go. That's odd. Right, let's move that forward. Again, what do we reckon? A 0.8 of a second to empty it? I was going to say to empty our load, but that might sound strange. Soybeans. 2,431 is what we made. And just like that, yeah, that wasn't even 0.8 of a second, was it? Right. Let's close that up for realism. Stick the cruise control on. And let the train make its way to Elm Creek. I'm looking forward to this. We need it though. Yeah. £238 after buying that fuel. We are we're now worse off than Snowy again. This was probably the first episode I started where Snowy had less money than me. And then after about 7 minutes, that all changed. This bit's tedious, isn't it? Don't you agree? I wish you could just like set the worker to do this. Which you can't. Should just be an obvious thing, isn't it? Why do I need to drive the train myself? kind of unusual. If you rented a train to transport something in real life, you probably wouldn't get to drive it, would you? Right, what we're going to get? Wow, £14,420. Wow. That's, that is amazing, actually. That really is amazing. Now I'm thinking, what can I buy? Yeah, that's really good. Do I... I'm just thinking, do I get that bigger trailer? You know what? I'm not gonna do it. I don't think I need to do it. I might have to do this 2 times with this small trailer when we harvest the next field, but that's fine. I mean, the second you buy something brand new, it halves in value, doesn't it, pretty much? And when we're doing a series where we need to make the most amount of money, if I can struggle through, why not struggle through? I mean, you know me anyway, you know what I'm like. I like this small, horrible to use equipment anyway. It kind of, it suits me. I've got no issues doing things slowly. Apart from loading that trailer of olives on Keep It Real. That really did get me quite close to rage quitting. It honestly did. And that wasn't my fault. The pallet kept moving. The trailer kept moving. It did. It was a nightmare. And I know it looked like I probably strapped the tractor to it at one point, but I didn't. I genuinely didn't. It was just absolutely awful. So, yeah. The mod probably has a conflict with pallets or something like that. Anyway. We're nearly there. I can see the floating house in the distance, but I can't see the nearly home chode. Not quite yet. Or actually, I might be able to now. Maybe it's nearly loading in. Maybe it has. Okay, here we are. So, to be honest, that's it for the main jobs today, you know. For someone who kind of does these episodes at an hour, this is probably nowhere near, is it? But there's nothing more to do. There is nothing more to do. Let's leave this here. We are going to, at the very least though, place down the little summer house. So I'll do what I usually do. Flick over to my mouse. Oh, there's the used shop there loaded up actually. There's nothing in there. Nothing in there that suits us, so we'll skip straight over that. So, construction mode. Why did I just have £687 misc taken from me? Unless that's just backdated the cost of that, maybe it's just shown. Yeah, I won't think too much about that. I think the only place I've got is here. I don't really have anywhere else. And once we've harvested, I'll probably do a little track here, down to here. So this would... Because I've kind of cancelled out that loop here, this would create a new loop around the farm. Yeah, I do like that idea. So I might put Granny and a little summer house over here and then move this track around here. Yeah. I mean, I'm just kind of thinking out loud now, by the way. As I always do, I'm sure. Right, so we want to go productions. Selling point, no it's not. What is it? It's a factory, isn't it? Of course it is. You think after all these years, 3 years now has it been around? 3 years? And you still learn new stuff every day, don't you? Right, so this I'm sure I had interactive zone markers turned on. Did I not? I'm sure I've just driven past. Oh, I didn't. Okay, right, try again. Go back over to here. So, productions, factories. Yeah, this is what I want to see. So the unloading points at the... Oh, that's annoying. That's an annoying mod, isn't it? The unloading points at one side and the actual loading zones at the other. Great. That makes it a bit awkward to place, actually. That is a bit annoying. Is there anywhere else I could place it? See, like here would be great, wouldn't it? But I won't be able to get in there. If it was all on one side, a bit like the chicken coop, we'd be alright, wouldn't we? Right, let's have a little think in my head. If I didn't just put fields everywhere, we'd be alright. I don't want to put it all the way down there. I mean, will it work here? I don't think it will. Again, I've got to be able to get to the back of it, haven't I? Yeah, that's no good. Right, it's going to have to be here, isn't it? It's just going to cost me a little bit of the extra construction, because after the issues I had with the chicken coop, I don't want to be free placing it. And I just know this is going to muck some ground up. It's going to do something funky, innit? Oh dear. Oh dear. I could, of course, cut into here, but I don't want to be doing that. What can I do? So every time I think I know where I'm going to place it, one of them damn sheep walk in the way. It won't let me place it. About here works out kind of cheaper. I'm not overly worried about the cost too much, but what I don't want it to do is muck up the ground. And yeah, you're going to lie down there as well now, mate. Yeah, good one. Just lie right where I want to put it. And everyone else just come up as well, just to be difficult. Yeah, but why not? Thanks for that. Thanks very much. Brilliant. I'm going to pause it again a minute, and I'm just going to sit here and patiently... Oh! No, he's done it. He's done it. He's done it. No, now these two are in the way, aren't they? Okay, well, I think... Shall I do it now quick while I got the chance? No, I want it to be much closer. Come on. Get out of the way. Wish you could get like a prod or something and... Oh my dear. Right, I'm just going to sit here for half an hour, a minute. Okay, good. It's clear. I think here just works, you know. Let's do it quick before the shoot change their mind. Yeah, I think that kind of works. We're going to head over there now. In fact, I don't need to run, do I? I can just skip to it. Where is it? This one? There we go. Yeah, so let's get this area nice and flat, which is what I wanted. It gives me a little area to drive back behind. And actually, I was talking about kind of smoothing this off anyway. It's almost recreated like a secondary chode here now. Look at the state of that. But I should be able to landscape that smooth. I hope so. Yes, that works pretty good. That does actually. Cool. Now, what I have wondered the entire time that I knew I was going to place this was, can I... No. Of course you can. See again, look, see, no matter how much you play, you can just, you always learn something new every episode, don't you? Right, let's start that engine. I was going to ask myself whether or not I could set wool to distributing, but wool and sheep and animals aren't productions, are they? So it doesn't quite work like that. So I don't know what I was even thinking about. So we're going to have to do this manually. So actually, in a way, I'm kind of glad I placed it so close to the sheep. Yeah. Right, let's just get all of these piled up. Doesn't matter that they're not full pallets. I just want that production to start doing something. And it's easier said than done, isn't it? Can I... Let's go around the other side and also zoom in a bit. That would make it a bit easier. Let's try and get this pallet onto that pallet. And hopefully... I ain't got it. This... this tractor's struggling to pick up. About a quarter. Oh no. I'm going to have to go get the weight. Really? Really? Right. It's only 2-wheel drive, so I kind of need the back wheels on the ground. Really? Let's see how this goes. Okay, no, I've had enough of that. That was enough time already wasted. We'll go and get the weight. I'm sure we just about managed to get this up. Can we? No, we can't. Oh, wow. Whose idea was it to do a series with old equipment? Like, oh no, I can't even get it off the pallet now. I can't get it off the manure fork. Will it come out? Oh no. Wow, this is a bit of a disaster. Oh dear. Right, we'll drag it. We'll drag it around. I'm pretty sure just a very, very short while ago I said this is going to be a much, much shorter episode compared to normal. I lied. Yeah. In fact, this is going to be an episode where it takes me quite a long time just to move a quarter of a pallet of wool. How much does this wool weigh? How much does it weigh? Oh, cool. Right, we're out. Oh dear. Oh, come on. What? No, something's going on here. There we go. Don't go through the... Well, this has turned into a disaster, hasn't it? I know I've just ran a sheep over. Oh dear. I'm just sitting right under my wheels. What's... This is turning into another one of those olive trailer moments, I think. But for your enjoyment, I'm not going to crop any of this. There we go. We're free. Woo. Right. Where did I leave the weight? I think I left it up by the chickens. I kind of remember putting it in that barn. It's one of the only things I've actually got on the farm that's put away. Which sounds about right. I can also have a sanity check on how many eggs they got as well. Well, actually, let's connect up the weight and we'll just drop that sorghum in as well. Right, let's try and do this without getting myself wedged to the barn. I can lower that back down now. Good. And this weight is so big, it works in the complete opposite fashion. And tips the tractor back the wrong way, by the look of it. Right, here we go. Come on. I should have bought those pallet forks, shouldn't I? When I was saying about it. I should have done it. Let me pick that pallet out now, please. Sort of. Sort of, it will do. Oh my goodness. Now, this weight has either been missold to me, or everything to do with this tractor is kind of misbalanced. Because that's like a third of a pallet of grain and it can't even pick that up. Although I suppose it is probably 1,000 litres, isn't it? Right. Will that work? No. Not gonna work. A bit further maybe. Oh, everything is going wrong now. I'm trying to be smart, and it's not working very well. What's going on with this? Come on. Oh dear. Now I think what I've somehow managed to do is actually quite impressive. So I feel like I need to include this in the episode because just look at this. I've actually managed to lift all 4 wheels off the ground. Yeah, manure forks don't work very well with pallets, by the way. Oh no. You've got to have fun. You've got to have fun. The last time I said it was fun, it wasn't fun. So at this point, I'm cutting it again. It's actually stuck. It's just completely wedged. It's just, I don't know what it's done, but it's just stuck. Yeah, my wheel seems to be stuck under the ground. It's just stuck. So I have a solution. I have an idea. Yeah, this This could well still be an hour-long episode. I don't know. What's it like? Right, we're going to get into the steer. Is that how you say it? Steer? I guess so. The sticky gear tractor. And we're going to unload that pallet from the manure fork into the trailer. This should work, right? This should work. It wouldn't even allow me to remove the manure fork. It kept saying not able to detach in this state, which it normally says when it's kind of like high up in the air, but it's not. It's just having a moment. Right, I'm hoping. If this doesn't work, I might uninstall the game. Yeah, look at that. So it should take enough off that pallet. Wow, it still had quite a lot of food on that pallet, didn't it? Cool. Right, problem solved. Problem solved. I might as well, now that we've faffed around so much doing this, I might as well actually unload it, hadn't I? Yeah, I even tried lowering the weight on the back of the tractor and everything. Try and see if I could like affect the centre of gravity, but it just wasn't having it. It wasn't having it. Oh, I forget how bad the lock on this tractor is as well. Oh, I don't know. What an absolute palaver this has all turned out to be. Good. Right. Things seem to be going to plan now. I'm just kind of concerned I'm going to have the same issue in a minute with these wool pallets. It may well be a trip to the shop to buy the correct implements and get ourselves some front loader pallet forks. But in theory, they should, I hover it over the unload point, they should just kind of unload themselves, shouldn't they? How many eggs we got? Wow, nearly 1,400 eggs there. That is cool. If we are struggling for money, I can sell them. I know that it's not anywhere near the right amount of time. The right time of the year. Sorry. So we're going to keep that up our sleeves, really. Again, because I know Snowy has bought eggs. I don't know... Bought eggs? Well, I guess they were kind of eggs. Snowy's bought chickens. I don't know how many and what kind of chickens he went for. So my egg production of 1,400 might look good, but Snowy might have more than that now. I don't know. Again, you can't take anything for granted. I quite like, you know, all the time I played Farming Simulator from a YouTube creation point of view. I've never had the challenge of playing against someone else, so I quite like this new kind of concept where you've got to think about things differently. I normally think about things just to try and be realistic, not to beat another player. Right, cool. Anyway, the weight is working. Wow, I can't believe how long it's just... How long has it just taken me to do this? I jokingly said in Keep It Real after the palaver I had with the pallets, I hope that FS25 does a better job. But apparently, I can't remember, was it Wiley maybe, said, judging by the videos that have already been released, it doesn't look like the pallets have got any better. So it looks like we're still going to have all these sticky pallets and weird physics, and it just seems to be a thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a hard thing to fix. I must have some sort of really odd bump there, because it struggles a lot. There must be something really strange going on there with that ground, which I can't really see. It's going from the end. Oh, there's another little pallet just appeared then as well. Did you see that? Good. Right, let's just take this for a minute. One thing at a time. Can I get up this weird bit of hill? Oh dear. There's a casualty, but I've done it. Right, I must remember to actually activate the production. Otherwise, this whole process would be completely pointless. It's funny how it took that mid-air. Yeah, that's strange. Right, let's go. Productions. So, 2 wool to every 1 cloth. So I've just put in 1,244. So it's only going to generate, 600 clothes in it, roughly. But it's a start, isn't it? So it's going to cost £120 per month. It does 1,440 cycles a month. Wow. We only really need to turn this production on for half a day, don't we? Or half a month. Cool, that's good. It's not going to be enough to generate a pallet, I don't believe. If the pallets of clothing spawn at 500s, then that would be amazing. We would get a pallet that we could sell in the next episode, and it might be at a lower price. But again, clothing is so ridiculously priced on this particular map. The lowest price is a good price. It's only 41 litres there. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Not for a moment. Right. Oh, I'm done with that. I've had enough of all this pallet stuff recently. I am done with it. They are eating their food pretty quick, aren't they? And they're still alright for water. Yeah. So they are good. Okay. Right. So after all of that, I wonder... clothes. Oh, it's not generated. I was going to say, I wonder if it's generated any clothing already, but it hasn't. I think we're kind of done, Yeah, we probably should. Maybe as an end of episode time lapse, just before I kind of check out until the following week's episode, I probably should move the harvester, connect up this direct drill, which I almost forgot we had, and just quickly go over this. I could get another crop in straight away. That would be a quick turnaround, wouldn't it? It'd even have 1 layer of fertilizer as well. That would be pretty good. Again, I don't really know what to sell. Let's try and move this now. Why is that auger pipe not going in? There you go. Yeah, I don't know what to grow and sell. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. We'll leave that there. Where's the stayer? There it is. Good, good. Right, I'm going to do this now. A real quick time lapse. I'll have a think in my kind of downtime here, not talking about what crop I'm going to go with. I don't know. Something a bit different. Maybe canola, just because it looks nice. I might do canola. It's just trying to find something that grows relatively quickly, isn't it? Because this series isn't going to go on forever. In actual fact, how quickly is the oat grown? Okay. I don't know how fast oats are. Let's have a little snoop at Snowy. He's bought another field. That's what he's spent his money on. He's bought another field. I don't know. Every time I add a little bit more to it to make sure I got more fields, he buys more. I don't know. Hey, friendly competition, apparently. I might just go for oats again. Just because the price is so good for oats. The straw isn't so much of an issue anymore, is it? Because we've got that kind of auto load trailer which goes onto the baler. I might just do that, and it's even set to oat. Right, it's not going to fertilise it, but that's fine, just because we've run out of fertiliser. Don't know if I have any more fertiliser here anyway, but it doesn't matter. It's not really that difficult to spread it, is it? How much quicker is this to do now with this seeder instead of what we first started with? I just missed a little bit. I can't live with myself. not doing that. So let's do that real quick. There we go. So it's not fertilised. We'll have to do that in the next episode. Again, I don't... This is probably a shorter episode by my standards, actually. Probably not too bad, really. But productive. I mean, it's good. It's been a long time since I've been able to harvest a field, then replant it again in the same episode. Yeah, I'm so used to playing with seasonal growth. I don't really do stuff like this very often, so that's quite a nice feeling. Now, I've remembered right at the very end, and I literally remembered it right in that particular moment, I can delete one piece of rubbish, and I'm actually just going to get rid of this, because it's right next to me, and it's kind of blocking the drive there, look. So that's good. Ideal. I think we are in a really good place. The final thing going through my mind is, do I still stick with a buy some sheep at the end of the episode thing? I got 9 grand. I'll make that money back, won't I? I'll make it back from these guys. Yeah, they've already produced 41 litres, and that's just me playing real time. So yeah, that's probably a wise thing to do, you know. And let's go for something a bit different. Be a bit different. How many can I get? Probably not very many. It's a few, isn't it? Let's give myself a little bit of leeway. Again, I'm quite happy with my equipment. I don't think I really need to buy much. So let's just buy 15. Do I want to do it? Do I want to do it? I don't know. Right, I've done it. There you go. Bite the bullet. Cool. So these are going to mass produce now even more. The sheer amount that they produced through one game day or a month was incredible. So I'm really happy with that. And look, it's produced 10 litres of clothing already. Yeah, if that produces clothing at 500 litres per pallet instead of 1,000, we'll have a pallet by the next episode. Or half a pallet, but a pallet which we can transport and sell. That'll give us a nice boost. Do you want to see how much clothing's worth currently? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Let's find it first. £58,277 for 1,000 litres of clothing. That is insane. Supposedly, again, this is where I say the prices are odd, its maximum ever price is 51,520. It's at 58 at the minute, and that's with the price going down. It might drop off a cliff, literally, a bit like me dropping off the chode. It might drop off a cliff and drop to kind of, what, say 25, 30 grandish maybe. If we're lucky, it might go up a tiny bit. It seems to be going up with everything else, so fingers crossed, really. But even half of that, I mean, if we got 25 grand, that's a heck of a bonus, isn't it? The sheep, all in all, have probably cost not much more than that. So that'll be good. That's the way we need to go. Sheep all the way. And this one's looking just like it needs a trim. Better go get my shears, and I. Anyway, thank you for watching. What did I say this was? Episode number 9. I hope you've enjoyed it, as always. And until the next episode, cheers and God.